guys, welcome back to another episode of the Red Line Talk Show. I'm here with Rock, Dea, and today we're thrilled to have an exceptional guest. Joining us is Kofi Black, a multi-talented singer, songwriter, rapper, and producer known for his soulful voice and captivating lyrics. We will explore Kofi's inspiring journey, his influences, and his vision for the future of music. Please join me in welcoming the incredible Kofi Black.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
What a pleasure to have you here today.
Thank you for coming. It's a great honor to have you on the show. So you were born in Staten Island.
Yeah.
Shaolin.
So
I'm from Staten Island as well. I wasn't born there, but I've been there for a long time. My wife is from Staten Island. So you come from the Wu-Tang Clan. Obviously, it's well known in that area.
Actually, born right across the street from them.
Really?
Yeah. I lived in 185. Raekwon lived in. I lived in 180, and Raekwon lived right across the street in 185. And then you have Method Man living up the block. And,
wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So you grew up with those guys?
Literally.
That's awesome.
Literally. So
Tell us a little bit about that experience.
It's a whole neighborhood of artists.
Have they influenced you at all, or?
Absolutely. Hip hop, the golden era, that's obviously what we're most known for. I seen what grind really looked like. And for me to grow up around that and see how it all came together, being a young person and just growing up in it, that's the environment. So I'm believing, hey, that's the way it's supposed to go. So my grind is going to be different from most newer artists.
Yeah.
Because it's more grassroots, in your face. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's in your face. Like, you got to see this. So it was really, really, getting back and forth on the ferry in the middle of the night, dealing with the small boat. If you missed the boat, oh, God.
Yeah, there was no social media, so you had to get to it.
Right.
That means you believed in your art. You
Absolutely.
thought to yourself, what I'm producing is good. Everyone needs to hear it.
These are the facts.
And when did you first have that realization? When was your first song or album that you wanted to introduce?
So because I always grew up around my mom being a piano player and my father being like a conga player. He's also like a big time like producer in Ghana.
Okay.
And my mom's a minister as well. So there was music is just
There's a
always
lot of soul in there.
There's a lot of soul in there. So there was just no escaping it. So as far as being an artist, I would say, seriously, when I got in freshman year of high school.
Okay.
Freshman year. But I've always been like musically inclined and doing that.
One thing, by the way, is Albanian fans back home will go crazy because anything to do with Wu-Tang, they go crazy about old school hip hop.
Right.
So that's gonna be one thing that you'll notice with us. Like back home, everybody loves old school hip hop. So
Fire.
you're gonna have a lot of people following from back
Fire.
home that love the old school scene.
Kofi fucks a lot with Albanians, though.
Yeah.
That's really family. I sit down and eat the food. Shout out
what's
to
up.
my brother Faton. That's my
you
guy.
go. There you
That's
How did
my
that
guy.
happen? How did you get introduced to the community?
I've known Faton. This is my brother, for real. Like,
Love that.
outside of music, like he's uncle. To my kids. You know what I'm saying? I've known him over 20 years.
Wow. Okay.
We used to do gigs together. We have horror stories together. We reach great heights together within music. And Faton, he's a good man, and
Truly.
he's helped me a lot in my career as well.
That's good to hear.
And we sit down together. Our kids play together. We eat food together.
Real brother.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's my guy. You can't come crazy. Yeah, that's my brother.
Yeah, that's
and he
what's
treats me the same way as well. And he has a beautiful family, beautiful spirit. I've grown up, in Staten Island. There's a bunch of Albanians.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I think we run Staten Island.
right. So it was just like, all right, what up, cuz? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was all natural. And a bunch from Defina, his cousin Seven. That's my little bro. I'm working with him too.
No way. So you know Seven too?
Very well. His mom, his pops, his father's
Because Defina was in
amazing.
America too at one point trying to make music here. I remember.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know that. Which is
That's
crazy.
really,
Yeah.
really.
A lot of people from over there don't know that she was here trying to make music.
That's crazy.
And she even made a song with Chinks Drugs from my favorite group.
And French.
Yeah, and French.
My homegirl Flo, she was on the Bad Girls Club.
Oh my God, we got Flo. She was supposed to be here today, by the way.
Really?
But then, she got sick.
Her sister Jill. Listen, I can go on forever about me and
Wow,
Albanians,
okay.
but I'm very familiar with the culture.
That's cool, man.
Very, very loyal people. Very, very, you know, what you see is what you get.
Exactly.
Very family oriented, just like, you know, my African culture. It's just
Right.
like, oh wow, we really have so much in common. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the whole Albanian gang, man. My people's in Kosovo. I got some people out there. Yeah, so Faton is just awesome.
So tell us a little bit about your roots. Now you said Africa. We were talking before we started the show where you're from, but tell people where you're from. What's your background and how does that background influence what you do today? And
Yeah, so let's start with my father, who's from Ghana, West Africa. Shout out to my pops because he flew out here actually.
shout out Ghana.
Shout out.
And
What's
he
his
helped
name?
Bernard.
Shout out
Big
to
B
Mr.
Productions.
Bernard Big B Productions.
He likes to be referred to as Big B Productions.
There we go.
Love it.
You know,
Gotta
so,
keep it that way.
Yeah, shout out to my dad. He instilled, even though I was born here, he instilled in me and my brothers to stay true to your roots. From the culture, you know, we eat with our right hand. We never greet with our left. And, you know, it's just certain things. As far as music is concerned, you know, my dad, he bought me like my first set of drums. You know, even all the way in my adult age, like, you know, I'll make some music. He'll be like, Kofi, that's a weak production. You know what I'm saying? But he's not afraid to tell me if I'm doing something good or doing something bad. And he actually helped me produce my latest track called I Dare For You. Okay. And he's there. He's adding the congas and all of that because that's what he was. He played congas or whatever. He has a great ear for music. So, yeah. The Ghanaian, the African influence is really, really heavy within my harmonies, the way I approach music. Even when I went to Ghana, it was just an amazing experience because you can't fake vibes.
Yeah,
That's true.
You cannot fake the vibes. And it's just like, it was just something so compelling. I was like, I thought I knew what singing was and what artistry was. And then when I was engulfed by the environment, I'm like, oh, this is what they're talking about. I'm like, why do I feel this way? And it came so natural to them. So me being from New York, I'm going out there talking like, yo, what up? What's good? You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, Kofi, you have to do it this way. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it this way. And just putting the two cultures together is crazy. And now I'll go into my mother,
Right.
who was raised in the South by way of Brooklyn, right?
Okay.
So she's from the, you know, she came out here, stayed in the Star, you know what I'm saying, and then wound up on Staten Island, and my mom and pops, you know, met on Staten Island. But, you know, coming from a church background, it's no joke. There was no escaping church. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, you was going to church.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Monday through Sunday. We was there every day.
Disciplined.
Disciplined. And also, my mom being a piano, my mom taught me how to read music. Okay. And
Wow.
she taught me how to read music. Her from my grandmother, they made us, me and my brother Bernard, who's actually out there. He didn't text me. I don't know if he texted you, but we'll see. But me and my brother Bernard, who used to be a group, we were singing in church, like every church on Staten Island, every church in New York, really. We were singing and singing and singing, and sometimes I would have to carry on the service, whether I'm drumming or whether I'm playing the keys. So, and my grandfather, he was a minister too, God rest his soul. I'm playing at his church in Ohio. My uncles on my mother's side, they was part of the Motown. He was part of the Motown era.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So having like the Al Greens and all the people around the side of the family, you know,
Yeah, very influential.
very influential.
Yeah,
Very.
I like that, man.
So you initially started as a rapper, though, and then
I
you
did.
transitioned to singing. Tell us a little bit about that inspiration.
Yeah. So I was minding my business. May I?
Sure.
There we
Supposed
go.
to be a
take one
long
too.
story.
Nah, it won't even be long. So I was in a rap group,
Okay.
and this is the time where it was cool to be a rapper, right? Because I've always known how to put together words, and I was a battle rapper.
Okay.
And you know, I used to get busy and all of that. It was a lot of testosterone and all of that in the lunchroom and
Yeah,
all
especially
that.
with battle rap.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
different
And
vibe.
It's a definitely different vibe.
Yeah.
And I was good. I was doing that. But then I wanted to shift and I had deals on the table too with my partner or whatever. And we've been having record deals on the table since, I don't know, 15.
Okay.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the partner at the time, he shout out to him. he helped build my character, and I helped build character in him, and we became those kind of artists. And then I was just like, yo, all the cursing, all of this, that, and that's not who I am.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so authentic. I know I'm gonna thrive in my authenticity. Cause I'm like, yo, I see people rapping. I'm like, yo, I know you don't do that, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not who you are. So I'm like, listen, I'm from Park Hill, you know what I'm saying? So I seen what it was.
Right.
So I grew up around it. I'm like, let me just change something. So I say, yo, I'm actually a pretty good singer.
Okay.
Okay? So we're gonna do this. At lunchtime, while you guys are rapping, Kofi's gonna come in with the hook.
There you
Okay.
go.
And now, you guys get all the attention from the guys.
Testosterone.
And I'm gonna go get the attention from the Who.
the girl.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Okay.
So
it was
we
a
changed
strategy
it.
move.
It was definitely a strategy, but the thing was, what was so cool about it is that now you knew I knew how to do both. And you wasn't gonna come at me crazy on a rap side, but you can't fake how to sing. And so when I would see rappers be like, yo, bro, you was playing basketball, or you was, you know what I'm saying? You was on the block. You wasn't rapping. Oh, you just became a rapper? Let me go ahead and sing, because you can't fake how to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And there was no auto-tune when I was in high school, so it's like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? So that's how that happened.
You had a history of it. You were singing in church.
Absolutely.
You were singing your whole upbringing in that way. So you brought it to the table after you had that discipline in history through church and everything.
Yes.
But my question is, when you entered the music scene and you saw people trying to pull their talents in different directions, and the money side and the business side, was there a moment of realization that you said to yourself, yes, I'm talented as a musician, but now I also have to be business smart to get ahead?
Yes. I would say when I had my first child, I knew it was
Blessing.
real. There was no more. Yo, I'll do this for you if you need exposure. There was no more. It was like the talent and the skills spoke for itself.
Right.
And I was like, well, listen, if I can bring these many people, then you should be paying me. Okay? And if you're not going to pay me, no problem. Let me invest into the building myself, since I know I can bring these amount of people. Listen, now me and the venue have to work out a deal.
You get a cut.
I get a cut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Off the admission, off the bar.
Right.
So I'll show you I could do this without
Right.
you if you want, or we can partner up. But
Yeah.
you know, and I would say, listen, whether it was a record deal or whether it was a venue, or I'm like, somebody is going to tell me yes. If you want to partner up, it's cool. If you want to be proved wrong, you'll be part of that story.
Right. There you go.
Which one you want?
You're going to find a way anyway.
Yeah, so that's it.
I like that. Interesting.
You
So-
told us, go ahead.
So you've collaborated with a lot of artists, right? I'm gonna name drop some people now. Wyclef Jean, Nipsey Hussle, Eric Bellinger, Juicy J, Well, Raycon, Ghostface Killer. Tell us a little bit about that experience and share some memories with us working with artists.
Okay, let's start with Nipsey Hussle. God rest his soul.
R.I.P.
So my cousin, I have a cousin named 6'4", Ghanaian, amazing artist from Jersey. I still help produce. I still produce him now. He set that up. My cousin 6'4" set that up, and he was working with some artists in Cali. This is when Nipsey Hussle's on the rise.
Yeah.
And my cousin, he's like, yo, Kof, I need a hook. He'll always call me for, yo, Kof, I need a hook. Da, da, da.
So
I'm
you're
like,
the hook man.
I'm the hook guy. I'm the beat guy, or
I gotta
whatever.
call you.
You know what I'm saying?
Overall
I'm the hook guy. So one day, like, I'm truly like, I'm sick. I'm like, yo, come on, man. He's like, nah, I got this deal on the table. Nah, we can get some bread. So I'm like, he said, yo, I got some dude on from Cali that want to get on. His name is Nipsey Hussle. I said, I don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, but he's like a Snoop, but whatever. I'm like, yo.
Okay.
So I do the hook, and I sent off the hook. I don't know who Nipsey is. He's not Nipsey.
Yeah, this is
we
still-
all.
Of course,
This
that's
is him
fair.
coming up, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I did the hook, sick and all. They love it, even with my voice being sick. So I was like, oh, all right, cool. And so now when the song is, moving around, I say, yo, I call my cousin up. I'm like, yo, Six,
Where's
that's
my money?
No, he paid me.
Oh, he
paid me.
Okay, good.
He definitely paid me. He definitely took good care of me. My cousin, he took good care of me. You know what I'm saying? We look out for each other like that.
Yeah.
And the money came and already, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, this is the Nipsey Hussle that we did the song with. Yo, why don't we shoot the video, bro? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, and I heard from them, and they all loved it, including Nipsey, including my cousin, including the label that my cousin was with. So shout out to my cousin Six for setting that up. Like Raekwon, Ghost, Wu-Tang, Staten Island, you know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I went to New York, okay? Right over there in Tyson's Lane. That's where all my I've been in.
We don't care about anything else.
No, I know. Watch this. I got you, right? I heard you. But I would say I also went to high school with Raekwon's brother, right? So everybody, remember, we were rapping in school and all of this. Everybody would try to like run up to his brother to like try to get a deal or impress him to whatever. Me, I was always on my own type of timing. When it comes, it comes. I don't force anything. It's okay. That. You know? But they had their eye on me ever since I was growing up. Yo, it's Kofi, right? Yeah, he do music, he play football, he whatever. So as the time came, my first song on the radio, I did a remix of some song. It's like 2004. I'm on the radio for my first time. I'm like, oh, snap, this is crazy. And Hot 97 plays it, you know what I'm saying? Funk Flex plays it. And I made that promise to my mother because my mom bought me my first recording program. And there was a store, I hope I'm not telling my age, but there was a store called
26
Radio.
is what I know. Right, okay.
Okay. We'll stick with that. There was a store called Radio Shack.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a store called Radio Shack. Forest Avenue was inside the Pathmark. And I would go inside, and the Radio Shack was to the right, and I was like, Mom, give me that. If you give me this program, I promise you I'm going to be on the radio one day. I swear to God, I said this.
You made a promise.
I made a promise.
So you fulfilled the promise.
Honor.
I fulfilled it. Yes, I fulfilled it. And my mom's face, she was really happy, ecstatic, and you know what I'm saying? So this happens, it's catching wind now. I'm not getting signed yet, but it's, all right, Kofi, I see you. You working. You doing this. You doing that. I'm the guy that's going to get on the boat, morning, noon, night, go to every show, go to every studio. Yo, you need a hook? You need a beat? You need me to mix and master your song? What you want? I got it. And if it's whack, you'll never see me again. Let's just say God was so good enough that I never got booed or I never got kicked out of a studio because the work ethic was, listen, I'm not going to sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it. There is no other option. This has to happen. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, do the regular stuff.
That's excellent.
Yeah, and so that built up. And then one day Raekwon, this is in the years, but I'm just skipping. The years go by and Raekwon's like, I see you. Let's have a meeting.
Nice.
So I'm having a meeting, and he was like, yo, who's give me a list of the artists you want to work with. I'm like, this is 2012.
That's a good question too, actually, yeah. Tell us.
The hottest people at the time, Nicki's on Super Fire.
When is this, 2012 you said?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki's on Super Fire. Kanye is on.
Oh, yeah.
Lil
Kanye.
Wayne, everybody. I'm like, yo, I want to
Drake,
work with this.
everybody, yeah.
Everybody. I was like, I want this one. And I know because he's a legend, he has access to all of this.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, this, stand, the third, boom, 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 boom. Can I? I'm like, boom. So he's like, we'll work it out. So I did a song called I Love You Crazy. And Kanye West was originally supposed to be on. I never told this story. Out loud anyway.
Okay.
But I can say it now. So
On the record.
Yeah, on the record, seriously.
Yeah.
And dope thing is FaceTime is out at this time. Yeah, it is. Because he video calls Kanye.
Oh, wow.
And that's, to me, that was one of the most coolest things.
That's one of my top 3 guys right there.
Yeah, no, facts.
Wow.
Facts. I mean, forget all that other stuff.
Yeah.
You got to respecting his artistry.
Musically, right.
Yeah, his artistry. You got to, come on, let's keep it a buck. And he FaceTimes him. He's like, yo, what you think of this or whatever. So I'm like, I'm seeing Kanye West like jam into something I wrote and produced. And that time it was only the beat. I only made the beat and I just did the hook. He was like, yo, that's crazy. He wanted to throw a verse on it.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, this is it's about to be lit. We out the hood, ma. Go pack it up. We out. You know
Yeah, that's crazy.
We made it.
Yeah, it didn't happen. It didn't happen for whatever reason. But Ray he blessed me with a verse. And you know,
Hey, even to get that, that's big.
I was thankful. I was thankful because
That's
Ray
huge.
wasn't selfish at all.
That's
and
respect.
That was respect. And I was with a team called Ice Water at the time. Shout out to them. My manager name was K, and he also helped me in my career as well. He also brought me on tour. I got to tour with Ray, tour a lot of people with Wu-Tang. And being a singer on tour is different with Wu-Tang. Can you imagine singing after Cream? Are you kidding me? Hey, listen. Hey, you
To the
don't know.
hardcore rap fans
Listen,
that are there.
the girls were hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
just trying to break them down to their femininity, their feminine side. I'm like, woo, woo, woo. And they're like, yo, see me outside. Like, yo, you got it.
Yeah, because Wu-Tang's core fan base they're rough.
Yeah. But I got to them. I got it.
How?
Nice. How?
What was the
Listen.
magic?
When you got talent, everybody follows through.
I would say like so to a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like you just have to speak to that side of them. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta speak to that soft side. And Raekwon is funny as hell. Like I could say hell, right?
Yeah.
Raekwon's funny as hell. He's like, yo, Kofi, son, you know what you gotta do? You gotta sing to the birds and you gotta sing like man free, son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. And I'm like, and people don't know, like he's a hardcore R&B head. Hardcore. Because that's what we listening to on tour. So when I'm singing to the girls, he's like, yo, Kofi, you got to do this. You got to get on your knees. So that's what I'm doing. I started getting on my knees. I started picking girls up and doing all kinds of things and scooping girls up with one arm. And
Elevation.
That is hilarious.
I'm serious.
funny.
City to
That's
city, man. We
hilarious.
have fun.
A lot
That's
of psychology
Yes.
in your art as well. You seem to be a people person and to understand people very, very well.
I do the best that I can.
But have you ever not understood people? And has there been any instance of beef in your career? Because you've had a lot of successes, but sometimes we learn a lot from our failures as well.
Okay. There have been some misunderstandings and clashes of personalities.
Of course.
But there's a way to go about it.
Yeah.
When you're smart, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll give you one this one was heartbreaking to me, right?
Oh.
So I had a fallout with somebody that I'm not gonna name. I had a fallout with somebody. My contract ends with them, right? I said, okay, fine. I'm gonna go audition for The Voice.
Yes.
I make The Voice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
And I go on The Voice. They fly me out to Hollywood. I'm singing. I can show you the emails now. I'm very serious. And I'm doing everything I can. I'm making it to rounds and after rounds and after rounds. Now, the reason why my stuff wouldn't air or I couldn't really continue the show is that these people wouldn't let me out of my contract.
I see.
But they wasn't doing anything for me either. So they were saying, listen, it's either you with me
Or nobody.
or nobody.
Yeah.
So, thank God I look young, because all I can say is that, and the thing is, I never spoke bad about them, never mentioned their name in interviews or anything, because the game is very small. Okay, so you have to carry yourself and take your losses like a champ.
Yeah.
And you got to know when to speak and how to speak, because you don't want to be labeled as that person that's the troublemaker or this.
Yeah, because
that,
now
and
once
that.
you badmouth it, that spreads like a wildfire.
Yeah. So my thing is that I got text messages, you'll never make it, try to blackball me and this, that, and I said, yo, listen, man, the God I serve, man, he can open any door.
Right.
And I need you to understand it. Somebody's going to tell me yes. The work is going to speak for itself. So every artist that they had on their roster, not one of them has done anything close to what I've done. I'm only speaking facts. And that's divine intervention. So you couldn't stop me. No matter what you said, no matter what you did, no matter what rumors or lies, I was always on the radio. I was always touring. I was always meeting up and producing with legends. Always. And I just feel, sometimes the favor of God ain't fair. And that's just what it is.
Man, you're like remotivating me too, because I do music and like hearing this and like
Another
my
rapper by
my
the way.
whole city, my whole state didn't give me no recognition. I was putting out music and then I was like, I'm just going to show you guys that I'm going to be better than every single person here.
Facts.
So I quit my job. I left to Europe for 9 months, started touring, started doing music videos with people I didn't even know.
Nice.
Went and performed at Dua Lipa's concert in front of 40,000 people, met all the biggest artists in my country.
Sunny Hill, where
But it
Burna
was-
Boy was.
It was one of those things where I was like, I'm going to make sure I prove you wrong, kind of just like what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I understand where you're coming from at
Come
that
on,
point
man.
too.
You know.
And you have to
know.
keep working. Even if somebody badmouths you, tells you suck or this, that's your problem, not mine.
Right.
I'm going to keep working.
But thing is, you know what's crazy? I always tell people, and I don't wish bad on anybody.
Never.
It's just, what side of the story do you want to be on?
Yeah.
It's good. Success is coming.
Yeah, you can be the hater.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm fine with that.
Exactly. You're going to be the one that fueled me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? You're going to be the one that fueled me. Which one? Because now all you're doing, no matter which side you're on, you're going to make the story look good. No matter what side you're on.
You're right about that. Right.
So thank you.
There's something very spiritual about you, and it's very obvious. And
Yeah, you brought
it's
the energy.
full of energy in that
yeah,
space. How would you say your relation to God and spirituality has brought you through that winning mindset that you have today?
This is crazy. It's great that you mentioned that, because music in itself has a spirit on it.
Yes, of course.
I don't play when it comes to music. You know why? We're superheroes. Seriously. When we leave this planet, we will still be here because our voice is still here.
Yeah.
You understand? So I understand that when I leave, the inevitable is going to happen. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I at least got 200 years in the tank. But I'll say this. When I leave, my kids can be like, yo, that's my dad.
Yeah.
He's dope. And when my songs are on the radio, or when they see whatever right now, a song comes on the radio, my kids, yo, that's my dad. Oh, that's my dad.
Yeah,
and sometimes I gotta tell like my older one, although she be bragging on me sometimes, like, you know how kids joke with each other? Yeah. Yo, my dad was with DJ Khaled though. Like, what you talking about? I'm like, yo, baby, you gotta stop hyping me up. Like, and what was dope, if you listen to all my music and you hear this is that Kofi Black music, that's my daughter. That's my daughter. So all of my children, I have it set up to where all of my children, anything that I do, they have a percentage of it for the rest of their life. That's just what it is. So when you hear this, that Kofi Black music, boom, that's my kids all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's something I want to give to them. It's leaving a legacy for them, and just let them know, hey, Daddy loves you in all types of ways. And everything he did before he leave this planet, I want you to know that I loved you in this type of way. So the spirituality is very, very important, because whether your music is good or bad, the energy you're putting out on it, you have to be careful of that too.
Because people fall in love with the personality and the character too. That's I think that's the biggest part of a musician.
Right.
You
It
know?
is. Being your authentic self, though.
Like you walking in right now and you just garnered 7 new fans because of your energy. But that's how it is. You walk into a room, you got to give your energy out to people, and if they like it, they like it. If they don't, then so
But
be it.
I also want to mention that you had appearances on the iconic shows like TRL
Yeah.
and Jimmy Fallon show.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. How was that? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, TRL was dope. Jimmy Fallon was crazy.
I love Jimmy
TRL,
Fallon.
that's throwing it back.
You feel me? So, shout out to my mentor, Wyclef. That guy.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That's a guy.
I love Wyclef.
You know, that guy is different. Wyclef made me realize what makes a person great. Like when you considered a great artist, I see it. I understand it. And I've seen him put together song. It's spiritual with him too. He'll take this, you think you're done with a song, and he'll just be like, now I'm gonna tear it up.
Just wait.
That's not your verse anymore. Flip that, this, that, and the third. That all came through Wyclef.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
TRL, TRL is when I'm on tour with Wyclef. And that was a crazy tour. That guy, he has unlimited energy. This guy is swinging
people
off
love
of this guy is swinging off the banisters and
Really?
and the terrace.
Because he don't look like that kind of guy.
Listen, let me take my glasses off. This guy is doing backflips, and we're jumping on stage. I'm dying in front of everybody, and nobody. Listen, I have my shades on. I'm crying.
Wow, you never expect this.
I'm trying to tell you, he's outdoing me, because this guy, he's so competitive. He's like, yo, let's do 100 push-ups right now.
Oh my God.
I'm like, hey, yo, hold
He's
on.
alive. He's really alive.
Right back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that I did TRL with a song that I produced. I forgot the name of the song, but I produced a song with him on it and his artists. And I did Jimmy Fallon with Capella Gray, Pusha T, Lola Brooks, and Clef. You know what I'm saying? So
Pusha T. Okay.
yeah. Me and Clef produced the track or whatever. And so you'll see, if you go on that episode, you'll see me in the back playing the guitar on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the hook. So I'm singing a hook and I'm doing what I'm doing, whatever. And it was crazy because Clef didn't even let me know that we was doing, I didn't know the song was up to go to Jimmy Fallon. I just got a call out the blue.
Yeah.
And we did that song months ago. And he's like, yo, you want to do the Jimmy Fallon show? I said, what? You want me to do the what? I said, oh, I'm pulling up.
Don't even got to ask me.
Yeah. We had our rehearsals, and then that was that.
Not sure if I'm free Thursday, maybe Wednesday for Jimmy.
But now, going back to like the thing with your kids, do you see them aspiring to do what you do? Do a lot of them already do things with music, or do you want them to be in the music world, or no?
That's funny you should say that. My daughter, shout out to my daughter, Taylor Ariana.
Shout out.
Shout out.
She is an amazing artist, writer, and producer.
Okay.
And, she's 16, and, I don't want her in this. She knows I don't want her in this industry because let's just say I really, really love my children. And I don't want them to deal with the pressures that women have to go through.
That's a really good point.
I don't want my daughter going through that.
Especially in the music world. Yeah.
In the music world, you know what I'm saying? I love my baby girl so much. I just want her. She doesn't have, if she did decide to do it, I would support her. Okay? I would support her, but I would lay it out to be like, yo, set this up.
You would guide her.
I would definitely guide her.
Yeah, because you could realistically be the producer or the manager or whatever the case is.
Yeah. Exactly.
And now you're really the protective soul, you know?
Right. But you have to be careful, mixing family and business.
Yeah, it's tough
as well.
It's not easy.
And so I just want my daughter to be successful and be happy. So it's my job to live out my dreams. I think it's every parent's job to live out what it is what you want to do, because parents are naturally going to say you could be anything you want to be and grow up. Some people don't get a chance. Some children don't get a chance to see their parents reach that success.
Yeah.
So with my children, they don't have an excuse. This is what daddy said he was going to do, and he did it. And it's never been on my dime when I've already traveled the world twice. So it's never been on my dime. I got paid to go do what I wanted to do as a dream. So now whatever it is you want to do in your life, go for it. You don't have an excuse. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
It really breaks those ideas of limitations you have as a child growing up when your parent is exceeding and becoming the giant themselves. Taking a bit back to your heritage and your background, you weren't born in Ghana, you were born here, but you're obviously very culturally connected, and you tried to bring that into your music and your family, I'm guessing, at the same time too.
Absolutely.
How would you say your West African Ghanaian background plays into your music and the art that you produce?
Okay. So let's start off with the name.
Okay.
I'm not a Michael or a Raymond or anything. All of my names are Ghanaian. Kofi Ajen Brifo. That's my name.
Lovely.
Wait, say that again. That was
Kofi Ajen Brifo.
okay.
That is my name. So I don't want to call it a luxury, but I couldn't front and be like, hey yo, my name's Ty or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of those. So, it all goes back to, like, right now is a beautiful, listen, first of all, it was always cool to be African. Let me just say that. Second, I see where the world is now. My father told me the world will one day catch up. And
Go back to its roots, maybe?
Yes.
There you
My
go.
father, I swear, my father told me, listen, I used to get made fun of my name, right? Because it's Kofi. It sounds like coffee, right?
Coffee, yeah.
So I would always get in trouble in school trying to correct the teachers. But then I'm like, yo, my name is not Coffee. Like coffee? No, it's like Kofi. And because you're my teacher and you have some degree, I'm going to need you to put those two syllables together.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I need you to put those two syllables together. Otherwise, you probably shouldn't be teaching me.
Yeah.
Okay? They didn't like that. But I was just like, yo, I'm a kid. Like, you can't talk to me like that. So
Exactly.
it wasn't until, like, when I went to, even my name Kofi Black, it was a joke. Somebody was joking on me. It was like, yo, Kofi, you so black. Seriously, it was like, yeah. Yo, your name should be Kofi Black. I'm going to tell you something.
Black coffee.
Hey, watch this. They was like, yeah, your name, you so black that your name should be Kofi Black. I'm like, they was joking. I was like, yo, that's kind of fire. That's kind of fire.
You got a ring to it.
And you know what I did? I said, yo, now I'm going to sing to your girl.
I'm going to trademark this because you haven't.
I promise you, I did that. The guy that gave me that name, I'm not going to make you famous, but the guy that gave me that name,
Fair.
I'm in the shopping market, right? I see him working, cutting the meat up. Whose songs comes on the radio?
I wonder.
Take a guess.
Kofi Black.
At this time, I feel like $1 million.
Yeah.
$1 billion.
$1 billion because the girl he wanted was right outside in my car. And I was like, this is
boy.
too
He
perfect.
took the
my
glasses
guy.
off again.
Oh my God.
time
This
already.
is perfect. And it ate him up. And
I would expect it
The
to.
influence.
yeah, so like listen, I enjoyed I love it. I love who I am. I've always been proud of who I am. I make sure my children are proud of who they are. Like even in my song, I did for you. I said Medawo. That means I love you, right? So it'll be like, and that's the language.
How do you say it?
What, say it again?
Medawo?
Medawo.
Yeah.
Are you singing it to your wife?
Absolutely. She's on the cover.
That's so beautiful.
So that's my lady on the cover of my new
so
single.
a great inspiration for success and achievement, but also having a fulfilling, loving relationship for your children too.
Yes, they
That
need
is
to
amazing.
Yes, children need to see that. You know, nobody goes into a relationship saying, "Yo, I can't wait for children to have grow up in a broken home." Nobody does that. You know what I'm saying? So my sons and my daughters should see what it looks like to see what a healthy relationship looks like. You know what I'm saying? So my children's mothers, I always wish them the best, and you know what I'm saying? If they know I got their back.
And you cook as well.
Absolutely.
You told us. Do you happen to cook a particular dish called jollof, for
Come on.
example?
Yes.
And could you tell me, in your opinion, which country produces the best? Is it Nigeria or Ghana when it comes to jollof?
Well, that's a. Okay.
You get them in trouble.
You're
for
getting
this
them started now.
I do have some Nigerian friends. I have
You
to
do?
ask. Yes.
Well, listen. To your Nigerian friends.
and the Ghanaian teacher in high school too.
Ghanaian
Amazing.
teacher. He was cool, wasn't he?
The best.
Wasn't he?
Mr. Dua.
Yeah, Mr. Dua. Shout out to Mr.
Shout
Dua.
out.
And that's funny.
Kevin
Dua
Dua.
in Albanian means
Love.
To love, yeah, and to want, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, back to your Nigerian
Yes,
friends.
there we go.
We're gonna say R.I.P. to their jollof
Oh
because
boy.
it's okay. It's okay. You know, it's okay.
It's a
you know,
runner-up.
if you're hungry and you really need something to eat
Okay.
and you need to survive,
I like
then
this.
you might want to get one scoop of that. But
I
if you
can
wanna,
hear Legos screaming as you're speaking.
Legos, it's okay. I'm trying to tell you this. If you want to be treated like royalty,
Okay.
if you want your taste buds to be satisfied and feel welcome and feel dua, love, okay? You want Ghana jollof.
Ghana jollof.
Ghana jollof is cooked with love, okay? No egos or nothing.
No
It's
ego.
cooked with love. The
That's
right
the
meats
ingredient.
and
The
spices.
spirituality.
That-
Spirituality.
It's an art form.
Yes.
That is one thing I've learned about like Ghanaian people. I've met a lot, like in Connecticut where I live. There's actually a big community there.
There is.
And all the ones that I always meet, the most positive
Kind.
people, kind, friendly, always telling you, "Oh, I can cook for you." I'm like, I just met you. You know?
We want to make sure you
But
eat well.
it's so crazy because it's very relatable to Albanians. Because Albanians are the same exact way. We open the door for you to come to our house.
It's love,
You
yep.
want to eat, you want to drink, we'll feed you, we'll
We
whatever,
have a
you know?
quote
So
in Albania.
I like that.
We say first in our house is God, second is the guest.
Yeah.
And we have a code of honor that you will have to die if it comes down to it, if there's a war and your guest is in danger.
Yeah.
So we
So
connect on
if-
the hospitality.
If we give our
aspect
word,
too.
it's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
I know that.
Yeah.
And I because I have experience with Albania. Yes, I know that.
But
I can
speaking,
testify.
speaking about that, right? Because I know
Yeah.
that you work with few Albanians
Yes.
in the in your line of work. Are you open to? We have some talent here in the community that maybe you can produce some of their songs.
Pull up on me. Pull up
Yeah?
on your boy.
Let's make it happen.
I can
Let's
make it
make it
happen.
happen.
We have
make it-
some.
you got-
really
you got
That's
two-
one over there.
You got one over
Holla
there,
at me. Let's
one
do
over
it.
here.
One over there,
Female
one over
rapper.
here.
I've already worked with a lot of people too, so
We're gonna make
some
fire.
experience. Nice, man.
There
That's
you go.
on me. It's on record. You got that?
We got that on record. Don't
Fire.
worry.
There we go.
Don't
We'll
worry.
hold you to it.
Hold me to it.
Connection.
Hey, even if you never did with me, I'm just happy.
Are you
I got
open?
to
We
meet
pulling
you.
up.
Are
We
you open
pulling
to
up.
go to Albania and perform over
Yo,
there?
listen. I've been telling for Tom.
Yeah, we gotta get you to
forever,
Sunny
bro.
Hill.
Sunny Hill.
I say, yo, come on. I just spoke to Seven about this literally 2 days ago. I was like, yo, bro, I need to get out there.
So,
Yeah.
so listen to this. Guess who performed yesterday? Headlined at that event that I said that I went
I
to.
just told him.
The guy that,
Burner?
yeah, Burna Boy. So
Burna
it was Burna
Boy.
Boy one night.
Freaking
The other night it
giant.
was Baby Rexa, who's
Wow,
from
yeah.
Staten Island.
Yeah.
So they're starting to blow up there, man.
Yeah, man,
It's blowing
listen.
up there.
And we got Drake. He loves Albanian culture.
Yeah.
Let me tell you another thing about Albanians.
There we
They
go.
do good business.
Yes.
I have never
Smart business people.
had a problem. It was like, Kofi, here's your envelope.
Yeah. There's your
On
money.
time.
There's your money. Yeah.
And it's what you see is what you get because they're on literally on time
Yeah.
with
Deliver.
everything. You could feel their discipline and you can feel that it's just automatic, like
Comes
it's
from the
part of who they
trust
are.
and the honor.
Yes, yes.
That's funny though. With foreigners, we are like that. Within us, it's a whole different
me.
story. It's a whole different story between us. But
Yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, that's not my experience. I can't speak on it.
Yeah.
I think in general, we do our best to have that service component and deliver. But sometimes, as in every aspect, negotiation takes time so people can feel comfortable in a deal. But we're learning along the way as well.
It's all
too.
love.
And
All love.
sorry. So what's next for Kofi? I know you have a single that came out.
Yeah.
Any new projects coming up?
I do. I have a lot of things. I mean, I'm talking about from R&B, Afro beats, reggae, country as
love
well.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, because I have many voices, so I'll express it to you. You guys are the first I'm expressing this to.
Thank you.
So, so I want to show the spectrum of Kofi Black, right? So just think of a highway, because people always say stay in your lane, right?
Right.
No.
You got
stay
5
in your
lanes.
lane.
Exactly. So it's just don't limit me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because watch this. What genre would you put Prince in?
You can't.
Exactly.
That's very true.
I can't even put Michael Jackson in a genre.
Okay.
They say king of pop, but was it really pop?
Exactly.
You can't even name what genre he was.
And that's what it is. Because I've been like, yo, listen, if I had a radio, what would I want played on my radio? What's my playlist? I got so much stuff on my playlist. So that's why I'm saying, like, listen, I got a highway of music. Sit back, enjoy, change whatever station. It's still gonna be fire.
Any scoop that you want to tell us about?
New project?
I mean, I may have done something with, you know a guy named Jelly Roll. So I may have done something for him.
Jelly Roll. Okay, damn, that's a
I
big
may
name.
He's being humble about it.
There's a guy, somebody named Lil Wayne. I might have done.
Oh, now there we
no,
go.
just
Stop.
I'm just.
Wheezy
Are you
F
serious?
baby.
I may have just did a little bit of little something on production for him or something. There's a couple people.
Nice.
There's a
That's
couple
awesome.
people.
That's
Shout out.
awesome, man.
Yeah, and I did some. Shout out to Tory Lanez too, man.
Okay.
I did some stuff for him as well. And Wyclef, man, I got some other things that I did for him as well. So working with a legend,
nice.
sharpening my skills. I've been blessed. So just stay tuned. There's a lot
Stay
going
tuned.
on.
All right.
Who's
there we go.
who at least besides, like, I know you say your parents were a big influence in the music, but who was like somebody you looked up to in the music world that it really, like, this is my favorite artist, or top 2 favorite
Your
artists that
heroes.
you have that really make you feel good every time you put them on?
So there is, obviously my mentor, Wyclef, man, because believe it or not, I don't want to say impersonate, but I just love his music so much. I'll be doing all of that kind of stuff.
The whole range.
And then what's crazy is that I was doing that before I met him. And then when I actually like manifested and met him, I was like, I can't do that. Don't you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but sharing the stage.
He gonna kill me.
Yeah, and I was crazy. Is like, but it's crazy that when you buy an album
Yeah.
and then you're actually with them. I was like, yo, I bought this and I
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
know.
you. You know what I'm saying? So
and now we're working together.
yeah.
Yeah.
I met Stevie Wonder, man. I think
Oh, wow.
that guy, man, like I said, you could just, there's an aura of him. Just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And then me coming from Staten Island and being around, arguably, it's really not an argument for me. I'm just saying that to be respectful.
Just to be, yeah.
But the greatest hip hop group in history, coming from that,
Yeah.
me being like, yo, Meth wants you to go do this. Yo, Ray wants you to do this. Yo, Ghost want to do a whole album with you. And this, now I just be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think God just put me in places where I could just, because there is no one person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's crazy to me with Wu-Tang how even though they were a group, they're still individually all so, like, all love too. Like,
Right.
usually there's always that one group member that nobody pays attention to. There, everybody in that
Everybody's
group got
dope.
famous. I'm like, this is amazing. And they stayed famous and popular.
for all this time, too.
Yeah.
And they still
30,
sell out.
30 years later,
What's
40
happening
years
with them?
later.
Do they have any music come out or anything? Or?
I mean, they're always doing. I mean, Ghost just came out with a project. Ray's always into something. Method Man is who he is, so he's
Right.
gonna drop a bar here and there.
Method Man's
Come on, meth is meth is meth. That's what I'm saying.
That's
Meth
a
is
beast.
meth.
And he changed his life around too, man, which is I'm very happy to see.
Yeah, man.
I like that. I'm a big supporter of hip hop and rap, so I love to see when
Changing the
people do
world.
good. You know?
Yeah, he's doing his thing, man. Shout out to his daughter, Shy.
Yeah.
I'm working with
Shout
her
out
as well.
Shy.
Okay.
Shy, his
That's
daughter
awesome,
is an amazing artist out of Staten Island. The future of Staten Island looks pretty good.
That's awesome.
Well, speaking of changing the world in the future, Kofi, in addition to music and business, and of course bringing up your amazing, beautiful family, what is Kofi going to do in the future in terms of maybe potentially changing the world through building community? Are you ever thinking of investing back in Ghana, investing in
Absolutely.
education or schooling or charity work in that way?
Absolutely. And to answer your question is absolutely. So I'll show you how I was going to do that. I'm not going to be traveling and doing tours forever, right? I'm saying I'm going to get older. I want to see all my kids grow.
Of
you know what
course.
I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to building my school.
Okay.
Where's the school?
So hold up. What do you mean by that in your school?
I'll tell you. So if you notice where, there's a lot of attention on music. And everybody has a favorite song. I don't care where you come from or who
That's
you
true.
are.
Right.
Everybody has a favorite song. And I used to be a music teacher, by the way.
Oh, wow.
okay.
Yeah, I used to be I was a music teacher, and I love teaching. So I would like to have Staten Island does not have a real talent high school at all. They don't have a
That's true.
talent.
We don't.
Divine
don't.
prodigies and all.
They don't have a talent high school.
Wow.
That's something I would like to bring back to Staten
That's
Island.
I like that.
major
That's
initiative.
Because
so
I want to
much
create
talent.
a talent school in Albania.
That's
I
fire.
like
That'll be
that.
fire. So I wanna have a place where you feel a safe space, where you feel safe,
Where you can come be
where you
artistic.
could be artistic, but also
An art school.
not only just arts. I want it to be a school because this will make you want to come to school. I noticed that when I was teaching. And they had, kids had their English and math class and this, that, and the third. The teachers used to be mad at me, like, yo, Kofi, they always want to come to your class and not my class and this, that. I'm saying, like, listen, guess what? You don't have to be a boring teacher.
Right.
Now, some of the stuff is going to be boring, right? But it's all about the approach,
Delivery.
How you relay it.
how you relay it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I have to dance and do backflips for kids,
No.
but teaching it to a way where it's applicable, where it's applicable for them, you know what I'm saying, and be relatable. So I'd like to have that for them because it'll make them want to be educated. We always say education is important, education is key. Why are we not doing this? If I want to teach, STEMs, if I want to teach math, let me do it this way, and guess what? Hey, you get to record a record afterwards, or you get to record this, because a lot of kids are into this music or arts.
Yeah, you're keeping their spirits high.
You're keeping it. That's what
It's
it is.
not just theory;
motivated.
it's practice.
Right.
You
It's
create
motivated.
something.
So I also have camps
Okay.
where I teach production. I teach songwriting, engineering, how to camps on how to put it all together. I vocal coach as well.
Okay.
I teach the kids how to breathe and do all of that. And so teach them studio etiquette. You know what I'm saying? So I
Like
try to
being
do
on
that.
time.
That too. Absolutely.
That's a good one.
That's important because people's time is money. You have to respect the people's time. You know why? Because time is the most expensive thing we have in
It
this
is
life.
true.
It's
It's the most expensive thing,
and we take for granted.
we take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? Listen, when they, you God forbid, you get arrested, you go to jail, they take away your what? Your time.
Yeah.
The courts know it.
Yeah.
So time is money. Respect people's time. So I apologize.
No, we just messing with
So going back to school, is the school actually open, or you think about?
It's not open.
Okay.
This is something I'm working on.
Okay.
I'm already in the talks with some people. I'm just setting my future up as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
And this is something I could pass down to my children if they want to pursue that. I will never just make them, but I want to do something. Just leave my mark. Hey, this is my dad's school. And
That's amazing.
Something to leave behind to say, hey, kids, I did my best.
Because Staten Island gave you that outlet, so it's like you should,
It's hard in Staten Island. I don't want to get into that, but what I'm saying is that
No,
I know.
let's get into it. Why? Why do you think it's hard?
Well, it's there's some kind of people
Okay.
that don't want you to that don't want you to do it. But I would say,
Wait.
Go ahead.
What type of people we're talking about?
People who are I'm getting there. people who are need a little bit more mental growth.
Yeah.
I need some people to get their minds out of the past. We're in a new age right now. And open your mind. Everything is not going to be old school. There's things that are going to be updated, and the goal should be to get the education across, so these kids can go out there and compete with China, Russia, and all of that, because it's boring. Okay, your school is boring, and I'm going to sleep in your class. Why? Because I'm bored, or you don't know what these kids are going through at home as well.
That's right.
So you have to. The approach, I'm not saying you have to be soft, but the approach has to be
better.
It has to be better.
Multifaceted.
Do you need
better.
Albanians to get involved into this?
Pull up on me.
That's all I'm saying.
Listen.
we have muscle out there.
Listen, I know. Pull up on me.
That's a good point.
Let's definitely do. But this is for all kids. I want all people to be. Everybody has a way of expressing themselves, and I think music is just is an easy way to do it.
Yeah, and I feel like kids in this day and age don't really get to express themselves, or don't even know how to, because they're never around somebody or something that's allowing them to express themselves.
Right.
So that's a very good point you're proving right there, that I feel like there should be some sort of more on-demand type of teaching, and people giving you, some sort of form of expression where you can become something.
Right.
So,
These kids need a release. Okay. Yeah. And the people that are not talented or don't know how to express themselves, they just think art is just art. Art is so important, because I even tell my mom, when you want to look for a sermon, listen to what these kids are in pain. They're telling you they're doing these drugs. They're telling you they're going through this, or they're telling you right there.
Literally.
And all you got to do is listen. Sometimes it's unbearable for the old folks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much. I said, look beneath all that cursing and all of that. Look at the heart of that person. They're telling you. Juice WRLD, he's a perfect example.
Super talented.
Yeah, super talented.
And he was telling you right there and then I'm doing this and I'm doing that.
You're keeping art alive in a time when it's not prioritized, quite frankly, in schools, in professions, in the business world, but it's really the heart of the world that keeps things moving. And it's the way that culture and history is created. So just thank you for doing that and persevering through, even when you find people that need to change their leadership style. I'm sure you'll get there. You seem like a great negotiator. So
thank you.
What do you think about the music industry today, though? In the sense of the way it's heading, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. In which aspect? In which aspect?
The way it's being portrayed in the media, as far as like the way they dress, the way they act, the way everything, the whole overall.
Oh man, here we go.
I personally believe hip hop culture is completely like gone compared to what it used to be now. Like,
okay, so watch this. I think the heart of it has weakened, and I'm not trying to be politically correct, because why I'm saying is that you want to allow music to evolve. Okay,
that's fair
for
point.
Sure.
You want it, because back in the whatever days or whatever, they thought that the 90s was trash. Right. And it's always the generation before. My era was the better. But I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So now what you're tapping into is a new structure of, or rather people coming out and have different beliefs. There's a spirit on the music industry. It's real out there.
Right now it's a little too dark.
It's very dark. And you got to be careful. You get what I'm saying? So
Kanye was the last person to really push that, like, God into the music scene. And then they pushed him out because of that.
Yeah, so watch this. I'm not holding... Listen, I got my own sins I got to worry about, so I'm not here to judge anybody.
I hear you.
I will say this. I don't like for people to... Oh, that's wifey. What up, wifey? What up, baby? I love you, baby.
Shout out.
But listen, I would say... There's a lot of dangerous influences going on right now. That's pretty scary. You know what I'm saying? If you really know the heart of music, and if you really feel some way, that means you have a heart, and that means you know that it's spiritual. So what you're talking about is that there was an actual point that you actually enjoyed music. You enjoyed listening to it.
There was substance.
There was substance, and that is the heart. The substance is leaving. You really, there's people willing to get out there and say anything.
Yeah.
You don't care whether it's true or not. And it's just, I think that's scary, because
it's lost its touch.
You have people saying, hey, yo, I smoked this person, and they're literally doing it.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're really ratting themselves out and this, that, and the third.
I shot him and her.
Do you think there's an agenda behind it though, or is it just individuals being really ignorant about it and just doing?
I think they're just being ignorant, man. I think this age is ignorant.
Or
so
maybe.
So watch this. If we keeping it all the way a buck, there's rules to everything.
Yeah.
So there has to be somebody allowing this. Oh, this is making money. This is this kind of attention is bringing this. Right. Somebody's pressing the go button.
Oh, right.
Because guess what? If it wasn't working, they'll shut it down.
The labels love it.
That's a good point.
They'll shut it down. So I understand from a business point of view. So I've worked to a point where I can't do free right now. At least you cannot take away my right to say no.
Of course.
Because I worked. I got on that boat.
Right.
Back and forth. It was me and my brother Bernard in the middle of the night. Winter, you name it. So, and I got children. My kids will eat. This is not up for debate.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? People want free music from you that they can go make millions off of. Somebody make it make sense to me. You want to go platinum off something you want me to do free for you. My time is money too. You should respect that. So if I want to do something free for you, then I have the option to be like, come on, I have time to do that for you. Right. So in your sense, the industry, is there agenda? Yes, there's an agenda. But it's up to you it's up to you to choose and not to succumb to the pressures of the industry. So I've turned down many deals.
Get seduced by that too.
Yeah, I've turned down many deals. Yo, Kofi, I've been doing this 20 years, man. You know what I'm saying?
Could you be more famous if you had taken them?
Absolutely.
At what cost too?
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. I'm not where I believe I should be, but I see the reasons why God did not put me in those positions because I wasn't spiritually mature for that place. Oh, I definitely wasn't with the right person. Like I had a partner, I wasn't with the right person. If I would have made this money, maybe she would have cleaned me out in court or something. I don't know. It could have been something crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
that's a really good point.
I'm blessed to sustain and still do what I do at a high level where I can call anybody I take a picture with. I can call them. There's no capping. We sit next to a picture. Yo, we working it. No, we not lying. We not doing that. So when I see people doing that, I let them do it. But I'll be like, you're lying.
And also, you don't know God's calculations in terms of who you're actually influencing beyond what you see on your Instagram profile and so forth. Even a simple conversation you have in a restaurant may be inspiring 5 more people.
Right.
That inspire 10 more people, and you have a domino effect that someone who has larger reach than you, quote unquote, doesn't.
Right.
Just hearing your story being so similar to mine, kind of, it's inspiring me. Like, I kind of lost the inspiration and motivation to the whole music world, and like, this is like, this is good to hear.
Wake up.
It's
we
good to
share the
see.
same. Listen, we share the same journey at some point.
Yeah.
It's about who keeps going. There's a lot of people that I was doing music with back then that's not doing music now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. My newest single, I Did For You, it was an actual spiritual moment and a point of where I woke up again and started wanting to do music. Because before that, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people are scared to talk about their bad side. Listen, everything ain't glitz and glam, man.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? I lost a lot of what you call it. I'll just be short with this. I was going through crazy parent alienation. Okay? I still haven't seen my kids in a month. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But that's another story. But I had a strong woman by my side. Kofi, get up, let's go. Speaking life on me. You know what I'm saying? My family, I have my brothers. Yo, Kofi, you could do it. My pops flew in from Africa. Kofi, forward ever, backwards never. My mom, Kofi, don't forget who you are. This, that, and the third. And then I was sitting back. I said, my girl loving on me like this? That's crazy. I did for you. You know what I'm saying, girl? You loving on me like you making me feel good. You making me feel like a, you know what I'm saying? I'm an emperor over here. Like, oh, word. Yeah, I'm feeling like a king again. Yeah. And I'm telling you, I just turned on the mic one day. I made the beat or whatever. And I just made the beat and I text her. The song wasn't done yet. I made the beat and I sent her a screenshot of me playing the beat. I said, thank you for the hit. I promise you. The song wasn't done. I said, thank you for the hit, baby. She's like, Kofi, let me hear the song. I said, it's not done. I didn't even, I just know this is the name and I made the beat for it. And then one middle of the night, chilling. I put on a record. I'm like, that for you. Like, oh, I'm in the. And I got the music up blasting. You know what I'm saying? I work with a legend by the name of Scram Jones, who's my brother. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Alrighty.
So I was at his studio in the middle of the night, and I had the beat blasting, and I freestyled the whole song. I'm like, all right, cool. This is done. I gotta go mix it. I sent it to my man, my partner, DJ Sus1 from Power 105.
Okay.
That's my bro. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, it's crazy. Then I sent it to Ghana. It's like, yo, this is crazy. My pops, he was in Ghana at the time. He's like, Kofi.
I like the accent.
He was like, Kofi, you have to add more conga. You know what I'm saying? My pops, he's always gonna add conga. So if you hear conga in there, and then what's crazy, it played on the radio the other day. It started, shout out to DJ Sus1, and my girl and my mom. I say, yo, go turn on the radio real quick. They enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? My pops, who just got out of ICU. You know what I'm saying? He was sick. He's in the hospital.
Dancing.
I told the nurses, I said, turn the radio on in the hospital. They going crazy in the radio because I've been going back and forth seeing my pops.
It healed him too. There
You know
you
what
go.
I'm saying? My pop's in the hospital bed getting busy. You know what I'm saying? And now it just shows you the power of music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Music's strong.
right, and so that was that's like, yo, okay, I got my what you call
My
it back.
niche
You know what I'm saying? I got my niche back, and my kids like, yo, dad, that's my dad, and this, that, and the third.
There
So
you go.
It feels good.
it feels great.
Kofi, was such a pleasure having you on
Thank
here.
you.
You inspired all of us, I think.
Yeah, man,
with
for sure.
Just your character, being you. We love it. Thank you for coming. I would love to have you back again. And I would love to
Anytime.
see collaboration with the Albanian artists as well.
We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, we
gotta
got
We're gonna make it happen.
We gotta
And
make it happen. We
gotta get you to Sunny Hill Festival in Albania.
Yeah.
There's still so much to do.
Listen, please.
It's only the
I know
beginning.
the food is great already because
Oh, yeah.
The food is
Listen, I ain't missing a meal. I'm trying to tell you, the food is great. Listen, I want to pull up there, man.
Yeah,
Please.
man, we gotta get you
Bring
there.
your kids too.
The kids.
Everyone.
the whole fam.
Oh,
the
best
whole
place,
family.
best place to vacation, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
In
you
Europe,
don't know
yeah,
about
best place
that?
to vacation.
Oh my goodness,
Oh,
the
man,
beaches.
that's a different conversation. But Albania is the hottest spot right now.
The
in
hottest
Europe.
Is the hottest spot?
right now.
Hottest spot.
Yeah. So I need you guys to also
Growing
pull up
economy.
to Ghana.
Oh,
I got
there
you.
you go.
That's where I want to go. I told you.
I'm telling you, we
I
got
dream
the
of
crib.
going to Africa.
Listen, we got
I've never
the crib.
been to Africa actually.
Yeah, you need to pull up.
I dream about it, man.
You need to. It's a beautiful. That greenery. The food is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The love out there. You already know about Ghanaians. We're very welcoming people.
very.
We got
We have
beaches
similar
too.
culture too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got beaches too.
You guys are- you guys are on the coastline.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I need you guys to
We're
pull
doing
up.
an exchange program.
Listen,
A whole diplomatic alliance in the making.
I'm
There
trying
you
to tell
go.
you. And stop
So-
by the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Of
Let's
course.
eat.
Yeah.
We go downstairs. We gonna
Well,
make
we
some
live in
music.
Staten Island, so we'll definitely stop by.
Oh yeah, definitely. Holler
Yeah.
at me.
That's what's up. Well, thank you for being here. It was
Kofi,
such a
thank you so
pleasure.
much, man.
Black.
It's an honor.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank you
guys.
so much, guys.
Thanks for joining.